What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So we're going to take a look and a listen to Bernie Sanders. Yesterday, he was on the Senate floor, very, very upset about the voting rights bill. And I just want to show you this because this, I mean, it makes so much sense, but it's just ridiculous that politicians, some politicians don't see it this way. Senator Manchin, Senator Sinema, they don't see it this way, but it's common sense stuff. Well, that's what we're going to focus on in this video. But first off, on this channel, we talk about financial news and what's going on in Washington, D.C. If this sounds like something interesting to you, please subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. And like always, if you see my name and a picture of me in the comment section, make sure you see a check mark next to my name. That check mark signifies that it's me. If you do not see that check mark, it's not me. It's someone trying to impersonate me. And now let's just give a rundown of where we are right now. So the voting rights bill did not pass. They did not get enough votes when it came to the filibuster. Okay, so they wanted to change the rules of the filibuster, and they weren't able to get enough votes in order to do that. So we have the voting rights bill is not going to go anywhere. We're looking at Build Back Better still. I don't know what they're going to do. They want to break it up in different chunks. We saw the president yesterday in a press conference, and he talked for about an hour, almost 2 hours, just talking about a variety of different topics. And one of the topics was Build Back Better. What are you going to do with Build Back Better? And as of right now, the way it looks is they're probably going to try to pass a smaller reconciliation bill with some of the things that they all agree on. Okay, so when we're talking reconciliation bill, we're talking all Democrats. So the things that all the Democrats agree on, the Senator Sinema and Senator Manchin, whatever they agree on, that's what they're going to focus on. And then they're going to break the Build Back Better up into some smaller pieces and try to get some of these like the child tax credit and some other things, try to get those through by negotiating with Senator Manchin, Senator Sinema, and Republicans. Because if they break this bill up, you only have one reconciliation bill that you can pass now. So they're going to have to get 60 votes on the smaller bills in order for them to pass. So that means you have to have Republicans to buy in. And in an election year, it's going to be hard to have Republicans buy into anything. And they've been holding out this whole time. They haven't moved on any legislation. And so I don't anticipate seeing that change. But the only way that I can see it change is if they really dig in on some of these really hot button issues like Social Security reform, Medicare reform, even the child tax credit to a certain extent. They might be able to get some support from Republicans, especially those Republicans who are running for re-election. So we're going to have to follow it and see where it goes. But I just wanted to kind of let you guys know exactly what we're looking at. Now, a stimulus package. Stimulus package could potentially happen February 18th. Now, I want to make this clear. When it comes to this stimulus package, they're not talking about stimulus checks right now. They're talking about more money for businesses, but that doesn't mean that stimulus checks won't be in it. That just means that they're not talking about it now, and they're going to have to have some politicians that start speaking about stimulus checks in order for us to see that on February 18th. So that's something else that we're going to be following to see where that goes. So I just wanted to give you guys an update. That's where we are when it comes to the Build Back Better plan, as well as the voting rights bill. Voting rights bill did not pass. Build Back Better has not passed. Now they're going to try to move forward with a smaller version of Build Back Better and then do some small piecemeal bills. So that's where we are right now when it comes to legislation. All right, let's go ahead and take a look and listen to Bernie Sanders. Here we go.
A democratic society is all about. Is changing the Senate rules a radical idea? Oh my God, first time in history we're about to do it. Never been done before? Oh, well, really not quite. No, as every member of the Senate knows, the rules get changed on a fairly regular basis. Nothing radical about it. Just a few months ago, in order to raise the debt ceiling and prevent our government from defaulting on its loans, the rules were changed so that a 50-vote majority would prevail. We changed the rules appropriately, and we prevented a default and a massive worldwide depression. Just a few years ago, my Republican colleagues who were so adamantly against changing rules, well, my goodness, they changed the Senate rules to allow 50 votes to confirm the president's nominees to the Supreme Court. Oh, my goodness, how shocking. And they got 3 conservative Supreme Court justices as a result. Rules get changed around here all of the time. And maybe, just maybe, we might want to change the rules in order to save American democracy. Now, let me conclude by saying this, and I don't know if any of my other colleagues have made this point, but I will. I regard it as a very sad day for our country, and I mean this very sincerely, that not one Republican in this body is prepared to vote for this bill. Now, I understand why that is the case. I am in politics. I got it. I know who the leader of their party is. But this I do not understand. I can understand Republicans, but this I do not understand. I do not understand why two Democrats who presumably understand the importance of the Freedom to Vote Act, and as I understand it, will vote for the Freedom to Vote Act, are not prepared to change the rules so that that bill could actually become law. That I do not understand. If you think this bill makes sense, and if you're worried about the future of American democracy, and if you're prepared to vote for the bill, then why are you wasting everybody's time and not voting for the rule change that allows us to pass the bill? You know, it's like inviting somebody to lunch, putting out a great spread, and saying you can't eat. If you're going to vote for the bill, vote to change the rules. Mr. President, if we can change the rules to prevent a default on our national debt, if we can change the rules to confirm Supreme Court justices, we can certainly change the rules to save American democracy.
Well, that was Bernie Sanders, and I mean, I have to say I agree with him. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me why you would go that far. Senator Manchin created one of the voting rights bills. Why you would go that far and say that you support the voting rights bill, but you do not support making changes to the filibuster and to allow that voting rights bill to pass. It's just, it's ridiculous, and it's just as ridiculous as he was saying, like, You have a spread for lunch and you have all this food out there, but then you tell people you can't eat. The food's here, but you can't eat. So I don't know what to say when I hear politicians talk like this, like Senator Manchin and Senator Sinema, where they're saying that they support the voting rights bill. They don't really support it, because if they supported it, they would do everything in their power to make sure that that bill would pass. And like he was saying, when it came to rule changes for the debt ceiling, you did have some Republicans support that. And also when they changed the rules to allow the Supreme Court nominees to go through with a simple majority with just 50+1. So when we're looking at situations like that, I mean, it's almost ridiculous to even to have this argument where they're saying that they don't want to change the rules and we shouldn't change the rules. You've changed the rules in the past. Why wouldn't you change the rules for something like as significant as voting rights? So we're going to have to see where it goes when it comes to voting rights, but we have voting rights that's still going to be on the table. We have Build Back Better that's still on the table. We're still looking at a potential stimulus package in February. So there's still a lot of things that are on the table. And the president has indicated that they're going to do a reset now. So we'll see what that reset really means. And let's hope that there's some change in the near future. But I want to know what you guys think about all this, so let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.